Alright guys, like I said, I came to wrestling practice 1 minute. Let him kind of see what to expect. My brother and Nick will be coming. It's going to be getting ready.
What's up? I like your cars. You don't like your cars?
This is how we drive our opponents.
No.
When we grab the
Yeah,
ring.
look at them.
So they're just warming up. They go through some motions just to kind of get their body warm before stretching, just so that it helps prevent injuries. Again, I have me, my brother, and my cousin Nick. We got Cadet Private up in this house.
Yeah, what's up, guys? What's up?
We're just gonna help give back to these kids.
There you go.
45 more months. Yeah, of course. You want some food?
Let me here quick.
I'm hungry.
Michigan State does it.
Yeah, look at this guy. He's hungry. A little hungry.
Chow in the morning.
I'm gonna introduce a couple of people. So I'm gonna introduce Coach Damian Phillips. So Coach Damian Phillips.
So I've coached, this is my 6th year coaching with the high school program. The last 2 years, my focus has really been on the girls team at Mission Oak. We've won a league championship. The first year, I want to say we're 5 years undefeated in dual meets, which is great. It's great. So
And he brought his sons. His both sons are wrestling. One's in here today, so we're excited to have these guys be part of this program as well.
My daughter was part of the program, and she graduated as well.
Oh, yep. Next person I'm gonna introduce is who really started it all was Matthew Enriquez. This is my son. He's gonna give you a little background and why these guys are here. Go ahead, Matt.
Alright, so Matt Enriquez, I started when I was 7. I can definitely say your first few years, 2-3 years, is the toughest years that you're gonna have to go through because that's where you're not used to the certain moves that you learn, how to do them, and some of the other wrestlers that you wrestle, you know, they catch on quicker than you, but that is totally okay because you grow every single year. The biggest thing that I feel like I've benefited from wrestling is it's an individual sport and it's a team sport. You have no one else to rely on except yourself. So you have to be dedicated to watch what you eat, you know, train hard, and just be mentally strong. And you can take that out when you guys grow up. And I've been in the military 5 years, so that's kind of like what I would give to you guys is work hard and just don't give up because this is the hardest sport out there because we train non-stop. I think the most I've ever lost was 9 pounds in 12 hours. You know, so if I can do that, I'm pretty sure you guys can do other things. So.
That's because he wanted to lose the weight. Damian Enriquez. And so these next two guys, they don't like talking about their accolades, but I think it's important because it sees that they have the potential to get to this point as well. Go ahead.
So when I started out when I was 4 pretty early. I've been doing it since like I was your guys' age, and I feel like what made me go far in life was, or far in the sport was like I made it fun here. You know, I competed with all my friends, and I came here and I worked hard, and I wouldn't be good if it wasn't for my parents either. You know, my dad then you come in here, and he used to be here since every year, nonstop. So what I would tell you is just come in here and make it fun. And when I made it fun, I started doing pretty well. So coming up, I won a state championship in high school. I won a few national titles, and then now I'm competing at college, and I have a scholarship to show for it. And I feel like that's one of my biggest things is getting school paid for. So starting this young, you guys won't realize it yet, but when you guys get older, you know, being good at this sport, being good at any sport, being great and putting your time into it could really, really pay off. You know, it's gonna take care of you, your family, just open opportunities for you guys. But when you guys come in here, young guys, or young ones, come in here and have fun. Come in here and compete with your friends and get better. You know, want to be the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be better than your friend, you know. But come in here, be respectful, listen to your parents, listen to your coaches, but make it fun. Make it a thing for yourself to become better and better. So, you know, appreciate your parents for bringing you here. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for their time. So don't take it for granted. Appreciate them and love them.
So he wrestled at Michigan State. He next person is Nicholas Zavala. He was my last wrestler on my family member. Actually, I got more family members on the wrestling team. He's the last one that graduated from here. So go ahead and introduce Nicholas Zavala.
So Coach Z is my uncle. Matt and Jaden are my cousins. So we knew nothing else besides wrestling. And so I started wrestling when I was 4, and I remember before I was allowed to wrestle in a wrestling room in the Titans, I would be in my hallways of my house doing duck walks. You guys probably know what duck walks are. And bear crawls, and I would just be doing them in my hallways, up and down, and Coach Z and my dad were like, let's go, and we're working now. And I haven't even, you know, I wasn't even in the wrestling room at the time. So wrestling, like I said, has been, you know, a great majority of my life. It's been an amazing launch pad. You know, used it as a tool to get me where I am now. So starting, you know, with the Warrior Titans program, you're going to learn a lot of values. You're going to learn, you know, discipline. You're going to learn how to work hard. You're going to learn like mental fortitude, meaning you're going to have to be strong mentally because you're going to get some yelling, you know, done. You're going to be sweating. You're going to feel nasty. You're going to be hungry. Maybe not so young, but you're just going to be working hard. So I think, you know, like, and to parents as well, this is a great program. Even the sport of wrestling is something that's great for your children. I think even when I'm older, pretty much further down the line, I'm going to have my kids wrestle as well, and see what sticks. But it's a great disciplinary sport. And kind of like I said, I used it as a launch pad. Took me to the high school level. I was able to perform really well there. Took my greatest accomplishment was I took 4th at Fargo, so it's like a national tournament. And then I was able to get a scholarship to go to San Francisco State. And so with that scholarship, I was wrestling there. And then I transferred out, and now I'm at West Point. It's a military academy out in New York. And so they have a D1 program there as well. But you know, you guys will have a pretty strong community, pretty strong family here if you guys, you know, stick with it. And it creates a new playing field where everybody wants to be the best. And when it's friendly competition like that, everybody just excels to the next level, and I think it elevates you as a person, mentally, physically, and in all other aspects. So with that, guys too.
Have fun, bring these guys in once in a while, and expressing, and sometimes it's hard for me to see them. It's fun to watch them express themselves and how well spoken they are and where they're at and they're learning. And so it all started in wrestling. So that's what I want to give to your kids is these opportunities, and they won't stop. As long as you're in this room, those opportunities are for everybody, not just because they're my kids. We want to coach all these coaches in here. They want to play a part in that. So, well.
It's been over a year, so I miss it. It's fun. It's still in us. You never forget. We were these age when we started. All right, so this is just a little bit of what we do. I just trying to give some of you an insight that have been following me for a while. You may know that I've wrestled. Don't know what wrestling is. Here's just a little glimpse of what we do, and this is like just a tad bit. This is just barely the icing on the cake. It's Thanksgiving week, so it's just they're here for fun, kind of just stay in shape. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and expect more different kind of content just like this. You know, I don't just do workout videos. I'm gonna be doing stuff like this and other future things. So stay tuned.